Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to another video. Brandon here, and welcome back to another episode of WWE News. So we have a lot of good news stories to talk about today, so I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, the first news story. So tonight is actually the WWE Draft. So today is a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be the WWE Draft. Today is the day that everything gets changed inside of the world of WWE. So the superstars that we watch on Monday Night Raw, some of them will now be on Friday Night SmackDown, and vice versa with the other show. So, well, not the other show, the other way around. So, anyway, guys, there is a slight issue with doing the WWE Draft, right? There is television networks, two different ones that are not the same, like, in the same family anymore. So now we have Fox, and we have USA, NBC, Universal, and Fox. They're like, you know, NBC and Fox are competitors. They're two different companies. So if like one of their stars from their show just, you know, vanishes, disappears, and shows up on another show on another network, it doesn't really make them too happy. So what is Vince McMahon, you know, the owner of the WWE, what is he thinking about? You know, you want to try to keep everyone happy, especially people who are paying you giant money like that. So how is he going to keep the television networks happy? Well, the answer I have for you guys is he's not. He doesn't care. He's just like, they're going to get over themselves. This is part of the show. This is how we've done it for years. So screw them, they'll get over it. Look at the next news story. The next news story is an update on Angel Garza's injury. So if you haven't heard, Angel Garza got injured at the last pay-per-view. It looked quite bad. It looked a lot worse than it was. It looked like our Angel Garza was going to be out for a very long time. But I do have some good news. I have some good news. It's going to sound bad, but it's not as bad as we think. So it's a tore quad. It's his quad, right? It's his quad. He tore it. But here's the good news. It's like microscopic tear, and it's going to heal in like 1 to 2 weeks. So he's going to be back at the most in 2 weeks, back inside the ring. Okay, the next news story. I really don't want to touch this one with a 1,000,000-foot pole, but Alberto Del Rio is a horrible person. Shocker alert. So I don't even think he has any fans left after this. So if you haven't heard, if you haven't watched the video where I talked about this, I mean, this was, I don't even remember. It feels like years ago, but maybe it was. I don't even know when it was. I feel like it was like 2018, but the way like my memory is, it could have been this year. But basically, Alberto Del Rio kidnapped someone. So I believe it was someone he was like with. They got in an argument. She tried to leave, and he wouldn't let her leave. And then it got to a very bad point, and he did some things that I don't want to mention here on the channel. But you can go further into it if you would like to. I just don't want to like, go all into it because there's kids watching this. But he's a horrible person. And he's facing, get this, he is facing life in prison right now for it. So he's facing life in prison. In the state of Texas, it's taken very seriously, but there is a clause, if he released her like voluntarily and she didn't have to like escape, then the charges will be brought down and he would only be facing 20 years in prison instead of life in prison. I mean, it's anywhere from like 2 to 20 years, so we'll see where that goes. But right now, on the charges and everything, he's going to trial. There's no date yet, but he's looking at life in prison unless they can figure out something to knock the charges down. So we'll see what happens with that. But Alberto Del Rio, I don't think he's going to be making it back to WWE, like, ever. Okay, the next news story. The next news story is about the WWE Shop website. So you guys, if you're fans of the channel, you're very familiar with what WWE Shop is because, you know, this channel, my first ever video here on this channel was a WWE Shop unboxing. And that's kind of been my thing for a while, the whole WWE Shop unboxing thing, the WWE Shop Champion kind of gimmick that kind of just took over it just went crazy. But I never thought it would make it to that level, but we just did something crazy. But anyway, you guys know what WWE Shop is. It's WWE's merchandise site. It's called WWE Shop. Well, anyways, WWE's getting sued over it. So it's not what you think. In my mind, I would think, what do they do, like a copyright thing? Like, what's the issue? Well, the issue here is actually to do with like the ADA, the Disabilities Act here in the United States. So basically, the person suing them is just like a wrestling fan who went on the site, but they're like visually disabled. They can't, you know, they can't use the site without a software to help them like read what it is and kind of thing like that. So they can't really use the website too well without the software, and apparently WWE Shop's website isn't really enabled to be able to use that software on. So this guy decided, I'm gonna sue these guys so they'll actually change their stuff. So I mean, it's I don't know. He's wanting to go to trial with like a jury on this. I mean, I don't know where they're going with this. Just they need to change the website. I mean, maybe just an email would have sufficed. Like, hey, your website, you can't use this on, and I can't use the website. But instead of doing the email thing, I guess he's suing them. So we'll see where that goes. Okay, the next news story. If you guys haven't noticed, WWE, they have dropped a feud. Like, this feud was supposed to happen, and like, you know, I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait, what happened to that? So, Roman Reigns is our WWE champion right now, right? So he took the title off of The Fiend. He beat The Fiend for the title, but yet The Fiend just kind of disappeared off of the title picture. I mean, there was a few like little clues that he was going to come after Roman Reigns, but it's been kind of dropped. They keep doing the Usos and Roman kind of thing. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's entertaining. It's great. But you know, Fiend. I mean, I feel really bad for Bray Wyatt for Fiend. Like that's like next level. That's a next level character. That's a character. That's a gimmick we haven't seen in WWE in literally decades, and it's just like wonderful. It's absolutely like wonderful. It's the greatest thing, and he's just not getting anywhere with it like he should be. Like I don't get it. Like it's. I mean, I don't know. I can't even compare it to anyone. I was gonna say like something about Kane, but you can't even compare it. It's like two different things. But yeah, I mean, he's just not getting like what he deserves. Like he's won the title twice, but he only gets like these little short reigns. He doesn't get anything like legitimately like good at all. But who knows what's gonna happen with that? But as of right now, that feud has been dropped. Okay, the next news story is about another WWE lawsuit. So this one regards Matt Riddle, kind of. Well, I mean, it does revolve around him, but apparently he's not the one getting sued. WWE is getting sued over this. So I don't know if you guys remember the Speaking Out movement. I'm sure you do. Because a lot of people got exposed for, you know, doing some very crazy stuff, and most of it, you know, is like sexual assault. And it's like, holy crap, these people are crazy. So one of the people that got accused of this was Matt Riddle. And, you know, he's denied it. He said she's crazy and all this. And then WWE released a statement saying that they've looked into the issue and there's no information, there's no proof, so there's nothing there, and Riddle's still on TV and all that. Well, now at this point, I guess this lady has decided to sue the WWE for like a cover-up or something like that. Apparently this sexual assault kind of stuff happened when they were both in Evolve. She was a wrestler as well, and it happened when they were in the independent promotion Evolve, right? So it happened like in 2018 to 2020 for 2 years. It didn't until January 2020 in Evolve. But Evolve is no longer a company. It has been bought out this past year by WWE. So now it's WWE, and she's suing them. But anyway, WWE's released a statement about the lawsuit and basically said, we have not got a lawsuit yet. Like, we have not got a lawsuit, but if we do get a lawsuit, we will do everything in our power with our giant corporate office and our, like, billion-dollar lawyers to fight this and to win this. So, yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a chance in hell. I don't even know what. I mean, it just sucks. You can't sue, like, a giant like corporation conglomerate like WWE. It's just like impossible, and it's just like you're gonna spend. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't have the money. I mean, I don't have the money either. Most people don't have the money, but to fight something like that, you literally got to have thousands and thousands and thousands, and if not $1 million to fight like a giant corporation like that. So, I mean, good luck with it if she's actually going through with it. But at this point, WWE has got nothing from this situation. No paperwork. They haven't been served with like a lawsuit or anything like that. At least not yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final news story for this news show. So the reason this is in the news show and not in the rumor show is because this one has been confirmed by some sources that everything they've ever said has been true. So this one is about the WWE draft taking place tonight and, you know, Monday, this coming Monday. So where are people going? Now, this is a giant spoiler alert, so I'm going to tell you guys, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know, I don't know, just skip to the end of the video. I don't want you to click out of it. I mean, you at least stay as long as you can, keep my watch time good. But if you guys want to know about the spoilers, so here it is. So the champions are indeed staying on Raw and SmackDown. And I don't mean every champion, I just mean the top two. So Roman Reigns is the WWE champion. He is staying on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre is the Universal champion. He is staying on Monday Night Raw. But as for some other people, so I only have two so far. So I mean, these are pretty large ones. So Seth Rollins is a big name on Monday Night Raw, and he's actually moving to Friday Night SmackDown. As for Friday Night SmackDown, there's a big name over there at the name of Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, and he is moving to Monday Night Raw, it looks like. Also, there's a slight, and I don't even want to really say this as a news thing because this one is kind of unconfirmed, but just since I'm already on the subject here, AJ Styles, he might be moving to Raw, and the only reason for that is because apparently he has some issues with Paul Heyman. I mean, that's one thing, but another thing is his personal life. So he likes to go to like his son's, I guess, I'm not sure if it's like I think it's baseball or something, but his son's like sports games. He likes to go on Friday nights. And that was an issue when they were pre-filming everything, but now everything is live on Friday nights. So Monday night would be better for his personal life. So they might be moving to AJ to Raw. So we'll just see where it goes tonight. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of WWE News. I'm going to leave a link to my previous video video on screen right now, as well as a link to subscribe to this channel and the second channel. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.